Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sideline. Holly?
Hey guys, catching up with the Gators head coach pregame. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Red Raiders ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mays. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Steamrolls his way ahead. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they... First down at the 38.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion.
Caught, and he's got room. Smashes ahead. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Gators come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Play action on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Ball. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Jones wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide right, it's Simmons. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down mark. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Bush is ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. The sure hands, it's ball. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hits inside, it's Pryor. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. On the run, it's Dickey. Turning it on. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll ride him again. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Gators inside. He breaks a tackle. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams you can play touch football in an elevator and lose.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to Joyner. Pulled to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Dropping back, it's Hammond. The screen, he's got wheels. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. The Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. First play of this drive. He'll take a deep shot here. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Right side, it's Brown. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Jones to throw. He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Pryor. All over him immediately.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Sells to fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Brown. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he only seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
I just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Jones wants to throw it. Left side is ball. Touchdown, Florida! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Wants to throw one first. The screen, and watch out. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Escapes the pressure going right. On the run, fires downfield. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now that they've got to find some answers.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Start on the ground with Jaden Ball.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give is to Williams. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Might as well give it to him again. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Handoff to Joyner. Maybe a crease. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the score.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
From the gun, it's Dickey. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Sends it back in motion. just smothered on the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 4 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's Texas A&M coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot.
Trying to set the tone with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moving the pocket, it's Hammond. Out wide right, it's Eakin. At the 45 on his way. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun. Caught in the backfield. It's Joyner. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He wants to throw it again. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Absolutely perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the return, it's Mays. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Jones to throw. Look out! Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Right side, it's ball. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Reels it in. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. The Gators decide to punt it away.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Fires to the right. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Joyner. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Second down, gonna throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The give is to Williams. They'll stop him short on third down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll park it right around the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now. They're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it, and all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Nicky. He's got the first down. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. To the air, it's Hammond. Out wide right, it's Nicky. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Jones wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
The Gators line up to punt it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Send the tight end in motion. Joyner again. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Drives inside. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
From deep, it's Abrams. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Making the adjustment on the play. Jones to throw. They're all over him. Being chased. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Second down, going to throw it. Right side, it's Ball. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Brown. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Going to try to get it himself. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Needs it here on fourth down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Jones wants to throw it. Rushes on. On target to the left. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
He wants to throw it. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Finds his man.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.